So, boys, something I want to talk about, and I don't want to bore everyone because it's been something that everyone's been talking about for the last month now, and that's the World Cup. And you're probably thinking, like, what the hell? Where's the correlation between the World Cup and your channel? It's two different things. It is. It really is. But there is something that I have taken away from this World Cup. It's the worst World Cup that I've ever experienced. It truly is. And that's because there's no love in this World Cup. There's no love. It's just been heavily commercialized. It's just about how much money can we make? Because if you're like me, I'm 29 years old and I grew up watching football and loving football. The love that I had for football was like no other else. And it goes the same way with a lot of people. Because I'm 29. And during my childhood, we had some of the most silkiest, sexiest players. Ronaldinho, Cristiano Ronaldo, David Beckham. You know, we had a young Messi. We had the Lampards, the Gerrards. You know, these players, you loved to watch them play. And they loved the game. They did it for the love, for the sport. And we loved them for that. We loved the game for them. So nowadays, and it's something that people are clocking, there's no love in this game anymore. You don't get the players like that anymore. You know, there's only a few. You got your Mbappes, could say Bellingham to some extent, but there's not really many footballers that kind of draw you to the game anymore. And this World Cup, for me, has been a clear example of that. It's just about money. No one cares anymore. There's no love for what we do anymore. You know, I don't want to go too much into the hydration breaks because everyone's talking about that. But that's an example. You know, you think that they're implementing this for the players, but they're not. How can we make more money? You know, the World Cup was held in America, Mexico and Canada, not for the love of the game, but for money reasons. And, you know, we all know that FIFA is a bit corrupt, but now we're seeing it with our two eyes. They're not even hiding it anymore. They choose what happens. They choose who goes through. And it's crazy because they've wanted the big boys right to the end. The love for the game is gone. And this evaluation from myself can be said for a lot of things in life. For dating, right? People just don't love anymore. They don't. They're making money out of love. I mean, look at Love Island, right? How dramatized is that? You know, you have people watching that and thinking this is real life. And they take that with not for a pinch of salt, but a handful of it. And they apply it to their life. This is life for them. This is dating for them. And it's fucked up everything. Not that I'm affected by it, but a lot of the population is. It's sad to see. That's just one example. You've got your Tinders, you've got your Hinge, you've got your Bumbles. People are on that, swiping. They're not connecting anymore. The connection's gone. It's all about sex. Sex sells. Money. It's not about creating love, connections, relationships. It's about how can we make money. And with the corporate world, the job aspect, you have people saying, you need to F people up, you need to stab them in the back, you need to be aware of this and that. It's true, but it's all become a competition now. It's all become, how can we get to the top, you know? And everyone's kind of just looking out for themselves. They've lost that connection, that love for what they do. You know, how many people out there are working deadbeat jobs that just don't love, but they're doing it for the money? A lot, including myself to an extent. It's the same with everything in life. There's no love for what we do anymore. That aspect's gone. We're so much in our minds, we're caught up in our minds that we've just forgot to connect with ourselves. It's sad. It's sad. It's a sad time to live in. to be honest with you. And I don't know how this is going to change, to be honest with you. I don't know how this could change. Could it be that a war just comes in and just sort of brings people back down to earth? You know, is technology just so advanced right now that we're just effed for eternity? Is it going to get worse? It could. You know, it could. I mean, some of the stuff that's happening right now, I can't talk about it on this video because it's so effed up. The way the dating scene and dating market is heading. I mean, some of the stuff that I think could come up, like robots, right? You know, who knows? We could be dating robots. So that's something that's been on my mind, and I wanted to talk about it, get it off my chest. Felt something as well. As I said that, I felt this kind of energy just released out of my heart, which was nice. So boys, if you're new to this channel, if you're just caught up in this video, I talk about a lot of these things on my channel from personal experience, from observation, from evolution, and I document it all because some of the stuff here I've gone through, I see, I've experienced, and I just want to talk about it because there's a lot of power, a lot of strength when you get things out your chest and you throw it out there. And this is me doing it to the world because I'm putting it out there. I'm not afraid of it anymore. There's a lot of power that comes from this. So if you're new, give it a like. Comment down below, do you agree with me? Am I just waffling? I could just be waffling, who knows? But it'd be interesting to see other people's perspective on this. And if you really like my content, subscribe because it supports my channel, it supports the growth, and it means that I can connect with people like yourselves who might agree and might find some value in what I share. Hopefully, I've put something into your brain to make you think, is he right? Could be. So yeah, boys, I'll leave it at that, and hope to see you again soon watching some of my content. Peace.